hit that so perfectly. It looks like this. Hello, if you don't know me, but hopefully you do at this point. My name is Anna and I got engaged in April, and so I'm in the thick of wedding planning, and because I had quite a few wedding planning things coming up this week, I figured I would just do like a dedicated vlog, dedicated video to the wedding side of things. I'm trying to think of like the updates that I've given you because so many things have happened on such a weird timeline. I feel like once we decided like our date and our venue, it was a big rush of things, like to get all of the big vendors booked, and at this point we have most of the big vendors booked. So I'll kind of like walk through what we have done and going on and then what there still is to do, because I'm pretty sure the last time I updated you, I've let you know that we got a venue and I was like talking about the save the dates and everything and getting those out, and I definitely did do that. But we have also booked flowers, photographer, videographer, hair and makeup. I feel like there's gotta be other things. Let me pull up my little planning sheet. Our DJ comes with our venue, so we don't have to book them separately. I guess, yeah, those are the things that we've booked so far, I'm pretty sure. So the big remaining vendor that still needs to get booked is the caterer, and we're going to a tasting this upcoming weekend. That's gonna be in the next wedding planning video vlog. But so a little bit about each of those. Our photographer, we chose the same photographer that did our engagement photos. We got an engagement photo shoot done, specifically in mind of like to have pictures to put on the save the date. And we really liked her, really loved all of the pictures, and she was reasonably priced as well, and I mean, we liked her regardless. So we picked her to do photos for the wedding, and then for video is just something that I feel like is so special to me, and I love other people's wedding videos. It's one that is definitely more important to me than it is to Zach. Like, he doesn't feel like he'll ever really watch the video, but that is something that's gonna be like my bedtime story. Like, I'm just gonna like watch our wedding video before I go to sleep at night, and it's gonna be great. And I mean, the fact that like I make videos myself too, and we get all of the raw footage like from our videographers. They're gonna do a guest book film where like people can leave little messages to me and Zach on our actual wedding day. They'll like film the whole ceremony. Like, for me, that's just a special way to remember like the day, especially since we're putting so much time, energy, and money into the day, that I would like to remember it in all of the ways that I can. So I'm really excited for video. We did a call before booking them just to like get to know the person, get to know the company, get to know their different packages, and then we booked them, and then we had a questionnaire that we've done, and then other things will come up in the future like picking our music and that kind of thing, but we haven't done that yet. But we have them booked, which is good. Hair and makeup was like one of the first things that a lot of timelines said to do, because I guess they just like fill up in advance. I did not know that, but I do have hair and makeup booked for myself and for all my bridesmaids. At some point I will do a trial. I think my trial will be in October for both hair and makeup, but I can't even really begin to plan that yet because I don't have my dress yet, and I feel like you kind of need to know like what your dress looks like to know exactly what you want to do with hair and makeup. Dress is coming up too. That's going to be in the next wedding planning vlog. It's coming up really soon. We're gonna go shopping for that. And then flowers, I will insert like as I'm talking some of my like inspiration pictures for flowers. I feel like flowers are something that like are important to me, just in the sense that I think they're so beautiful and I think they really elevate the day, and also like it just feels like such a wedding thing to have beautiful flowers, but they're not like so important to me that I want to go just like so all out with them. Like, as much as we can, we're reusing from the ceremony to the reception, using the same flower arrangements, the same flower pieces. And whenever I was talking with the florist who we ended up booking with, like they were all down for that and was like all down for like using as many of the flowers in as many different ways that we can and just like utilizing their beauty, you know? So I think that that's going to be really fun. But kind of my inspiration for flowers right now that I'm feeling is just like whites and greenery. So whether that's white roses, I think the greenery she said they're going to use for the most part is ruscus, I'm pretty sure. And then I can't remember, because like obviously I know white roses because that's just like the go-to flower that we know, but she was telling me other white ones that I like wasn't as familiar with. White hydrangeas, white delphinium was another one she said. So the idea is like white flowers and dark green greenery. I requested no eucalyptus. I just don't really like eucalyptus in arrangements that much, and so that's where I'm pretty sure it was called ruscus. The like dark green greenery is what we're gonna do. And like in my inspiration that we've discussed so far, I'm thinking the behind the altar piece that I want is going to be like a disconnected arch. Like, I just hit that so perfectly. It looks like this. Is I'm thinking what we want, and then we want like aisle markers going down the aisle that then can be reused as centerpieces for the reception. So those are the big things right now. Why today is the start of our wedding planning vlog is because I have my first call with our day of coordinator that's provided through the venue. She's like the day of coordinator, but also just like the coordinator. She's not a planner in the sense that like she is like communicating with our vendor vendors to book them and that kind of thing, but she will coordinate like when the vendors are all on site and like arrival times and things like that for us, which just feels like a perk. Like she comes in the price of the venue. So the call that we have today is going to be timeline focused, I'm pretty sure. So there was a questionnaire that we had to fill out that'll just like help her come up with our timeline. And so there were a couple things that like Zach and I just had to discuss just to make sure that we were on the same page with it. But our first initial meeting questionnaire is asking about like progress with vendors. Have you booked hair and makeup artists? Because that's a big part of timeline, because based on when you can be at the venue versus like how many people are getting their things done and how much time they need. So like when you'll be ready. Because 5 people with hair and makeup, it does take a while, even if they bring additional people, which they will. I think they're gonna bring like 3 artists, I'm pretty sure. How many hours is your photographer's package? What time will your wedding ceremony begin? Do you want a first look or a first touch with the groom? We're gonna do a first look, and we're gonna do private vows with the first look. I feel like our day is so much like we want it to be focused like on our love and our connection with each other. And I feel like having that moment together, like Zach and I will feel much more comfortable just being able to be together and like do actual like emotional private vows. And then we haven't decided like what we'll do for the ceremony, but it just won't be like quite the same written of the vows, like the personal part of it, you know. And then they're asking about like, do you want first looks with anyone else? Where will your ceremony be? Because there's several different options within the venue of where your ceremony can be. About how many guests do you expect? Who will bustle your wedding dress? Like these little detail questions. Who do you want the DJ to announce into the reception? How do you want the DJ to announce you into the reception? Like, do you want it to be Mr. and Mrs. first and last name, Mr. and Mrs. last name, his first, her first, last name? Will there be a welcome announcement? Will there be a blessing? If cutting the cake, do you want the top tier saved? Like these are all questions that are just so good to like, once we've decided, to be able to pass along to someone else so that they can happen without us having to like worry about it at the actual day itself. And then it's asking about like special dances, bouquet toss, garter toss, and then like name and number of the person responsible for like your personal items going home after the event. So that's all the initial questionnaire things that I had to fill out. But kind of plan for this video, now that I'm a bajillion minutes into it, I wanted to give you this little update. We will do the call. I filmed a clip last night telling you about my wedding program that I'm really excited about. So after the call, insert that clip. And then I also want to talk about our registry, because I've mentioned it on several vlogs and I'm like needing to work on it, and it's definitely gonna have to be like moving and flowing because I still don't quite have like enough things on there, but I do want to show you like what we've decided on to put on there and how it currently stands. Yes. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yes, and I'd emailed about her. I'm gonna see what the most recent one was, because I know she was sending things, but I don't remember exactly what. Okay, yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm not positive yet. I think we'll do the 5x7 cards, probably. Right, yeah. We're thinking sweetheart table. Gives us a little space. My absolute hyperfixation today has been working on our wedding programs, which in the grand scheme of things is not the most urgent thing like at all to be working on, but I decided that I definitely want to do, I feel like it's trending now, but also like it's really cool, but do a newspaper for the wedding program. And so I found like an Etsy shop that prints on newspaper print. You just send them the template. And so there's also places that sell like newspaper templates that then you can change to be your information. And I thought that I was gonna have to get one of those, but I started playing around on Canva and I'm honestly doing pretty well myself right now, which I feel like really good about. It's definitely been my hyperfixation though, like I said, but I'm planning on doing, I can't show you yet because it has like details of the wedding that I can't just like publicly share. I so wish I could though, because I love it, but I'm gonna do 4 pages, so like 2 that fold in the middle, you know, and you turn it that many times. And so the front is saying like the wedding post, and then it has like big headline, Anna and Zach say I do, and then it has like the wedding party, a big picture of us, and then like a little note just like thanking people for coming. And then the second page, it's been so fun. Second page has like the wedding timeline of like this time the ceremony, this time cocktail hour, this time dinner, this time let's party, this time send off, and then I'm gonna write a little blurb blurb of like our story, you know, our little love story, that kind of thing. I made a map. I guess this part I could show you, which obviously I'll update like as people RSVP, you know, like if not all of our people come, maybe their pin will come off because it says like our guests traveled from. But I just think that's so fun of like showing where people may be coming from. And then I did an in loving memory section because I've been like looking how to have like memories incorporated into the wedding. My grandma is definitely going to have a memorial seat, and then I'm doing memorial bouquet for her as well, and then I'm going to have like a song dedicated to her in the reception. But there are some people that are just like further removed than being a grandparent, but who have still passed and still like 100% definitely would have been at my wedding if they could have been. And so I wanted to include that for them. And then this is really fun, and I think this I can show you too. I made a crossword. I know that crosswords are also like trendy, I feel like, in wedding culture right now, a lot at cocktail hours, like printing off a big crossword and having your guests work on it. But I just thought it would be kind of fun to have it be in the wedding program. I'm thinking like I'll have to put out like cups of pins and stuff to do too, but kind of the idea was that of all the questions, there'll be at least someone at the wedding who knows the answer to each of them. So even if one person doesn't necessarily know the answer to all of them, one person will. So that's what I'm thinking on that. And then I really like enjoyed making that crossword. It was really fun. It has different things. So like, where was Zach born? What month did Zach propose to Anna? Anna's high school mascot, honeymoon location, first date location, 2 words, number of venues toured, where did Anna and Zach grow up, Zach's dog name, what did Zach bring Anna the first time they met, 2 words, Zach's middle name, what is Zach's degree in, what are Anna's degrees in, Anna's degrees, a double degree. Anna's middle name, how many months were Anna and Zach engaged, what does Anna call the officiant, age Anna and Zach started dating, what day is tomorrow, 2 words, it's time for brunch, where are Anna and Zach going, 3 words, Zach's favorite movie franchise. Oh wait, oh that's funny. I meant to put Zach's favorite movie franchise and then do in parentheses 2 words. Instead I did parentheses Star Wars. I just like gave the answer. Good thing I noticed that. I will fix that. Anna's new last name, dating anniversary month, Zach's most hated animal, Anna and Zach's favorite place to walk, Zach's biggest fear, floor specialty Anna works on, and then the last thing that I've done so far, because I still have the 4th page to go. I haven't even started it yet because I have to get on with my life and stop hyperfixating on something that does not need to be done for 6-7 more months, but guest awards. And so I'm gonna put like who traveled the furthest, depending on like when we get our RSVPs to people. There's definitely like there's some competition on who's gone the farthest. Travel the furthest, first RSVP, I'll put that in there. We haven't even sent invitations out, like, so why am I doing my program when we haven't even sent invitations? I don't know. Longest married, I'm pretty sure I know who this is, but it's gonna take some fact checking and seeing. And then youngest guest, I wanted to put in there too, because I am pretty positive I know exactly who that will be, but he is not in this world yet. That's my update so far though with my wedding program. Okay, I want to show you what's on our registry. I'm gonna do like a little screen recording, I think, to go through it. And I want to emphasize, I'm sure you know this already, I'm literally showing what's on our registry to give like ideas for registries. And also because a lot of you guys have like been through this already and have been having great advice so far. And if there's like something that you are like, Anna, you are totally missing this whole section of a registry, then like, sounds good, let me know. But whenever I was starting to make our registry, I was looking up so many like, what's on my wedding registry, all of those types of videos. I saw, this was kind of made me laugh. There was an influencer, small influencer recently, who posted like what she put on her baby registry, and so many of her comments were like, why are you expecting your followers to buy all of these things for you? And she was like, no, I'm sorry, I just was like trying to show what was on it so like other people had ideas too. Like, please don't buy me anything. I'm assuming you know that is why I'm showing you this, is to like give ideas and to literally just show like what's on our registry. But I did want to make that disclaimer just in case it was necessary. But let me screen record. I'm literally just gonna go down like this is what like people see on our website whenever they're clicking on it. So we did make a wedding website with the Knot, and then the Knot has like their own registry. You can add cash funds on it, and you can add registries from other stores. And so we added from Amazon, from Crate and Barrel, and from Anthropology, but I'm not sure if I might have removed everything I had from Anthropology on there. There was like some cool stuff, but like some stuff that I just like really did not need. I had like 24 different like cups on here at one point, and I was like, Anna, no. No. I will say too, like, because we have lived in a home for a while together now, like we do have a lot of home type things, and so most of the home things are on here are like upgrades or things like that. Like there's definitely definitely some home necessities that we're missing on the registry because we already own them, or because like we're just not at a place where we need them. And so honestly, like what we're prioritizing is more like monetary and cash gifts, which I feel like a lot of like Gen Z getting married people are prioritizing. But also like I know that people do enjoy also giving like tangible gifts whenever they go to a wedding, or like having something to wrap, having something to deliver. And so we just wanted to give variety of it too. And I tried to be creative, which I'll show you like in the cash funds, so that people wouldn't just feel like they're giving cash, if that makes sense. So as you can see, our top choices that we have here, the big ones, the big guys, our top choice is the honeymoon fund. Anytime I'm like altering this, I always make sure the honeymoon fund goes back to being the first one to show up, but it's just a cash fund that people can contribute to. I changed the picture to be a picture of us just so it feels more personal. I mean, that's one that I'm drawn to whenever I'm giving wedding gifts, is like, oh, they can use this on like a dinner on their honeymoon, or like a couple rounds of drinks on me, like that kind of thing. I just feel like that's a fun way to do a cash gift. And then I have the Breville Juice Fountain Compact Juicer. I did a lot of juice research and a lot of juicer research before settling on this guy. I like that he's $99 but still has like good ratings, and despite being compact, apparently works quite well and like can still make a lot of juice, and Breville is a good brand for juicing. And I don't know if you know this about me, I used to work at a juice shop in college and I love juice. I drink so much juice. I am such a juice girl, but I feel like at-home juicers are just like not your priority whenever you're moving into a home. But like if you're looking for registry items, a top choice of mine is the juicer. We also have the Crate and Barrel silver 10-piece nonstick bakeware set. Right now the bakeware that we have is like one cookie sheet that was like $5 from Walmart and is like burnt to a little crisp. And I would love to bake more, but I just like haven't needed to or felt inspired to like actually purchase pans and like things that like actually would allow me to bake. And so this one made Zach chuckle a little bit because he's like, but you don't bake. I'm like, but I want to. I want to bake. So we put the bakeware on there. The little green machine, Zach is so excited for. It's actually been on sale like with Amazon. It's usually closer to $100 or so, maybe a little bit over. And it was $81 for a little bit. I see it's $85 right now. But this is like a carpet fabric cleaner guy. Zach is so excited for this little green machine, so we have it marked as our top choice. And then I'm pretty sure the way the Knot orders the registry is they have their own items. Like after you put your top choices, then they have their own items, and then they have the items from like Amazon, then Crate and Barrel, and then cash funds at the bottom. So people can like sort it based on like price point and available and stuff like that. So you can see we have a little hard floor spin mop right now. Right now I just have like a little Swiffer that doesn't really clean much, and so it would be nice to be able to clean hard floors in a better way. And then a couple different gift card options, like Spotify gift card, Airbnb gift card, I feel like is a fun type of gift card to give, because you know that whenever you're giving that gift card, it's like for an experience or for a trip, so that can be a fun one. Bass Pro I just threw on there. I'm sure Zach can use a Bass Pro gift card. And then we just have like a few little things. We're slowly moving into the Amazon, but new kitchen mitts. This is something that I was using in the kitchen and realizing how like tattered and beat up and old our kitchen mitts are, and I was like, this is the perfect thing to put on a registry. So put some kitchen mitts on there. This is a coffee table book, The Pleasure of Seeing the Conversations with Joel Meyerowitz. He is an artist that like, not an artist, he's a photographer that had an exhibit in the art museum that we went to in Malaga, and I just loved all of his pictures, honestly, so much. And they had this book for sale in the gift shop, but it was so expensive compared to Amazon, but I was like, but I still kind of want it for like a coffee table book, so I just put that on there. And then a springform pan, because that doesn't come in the bakeware set, and I feel like springform pans, like, it's a good thing to have around. Another kind of like coffee table book, but also a cookbook, The Perfect Cake, just like a guide to cakes, because I think that's quite fun. Coming up next, I looked at like people's favorite board games that maybe I hadn't heard of, or just like things to pull out for game night. The Chameleon was on there. I'm not really familiar with it or like with how to play it, but I figured it was kind of fun, and we don't have too many board games, and that's like a fun kind of hosting thing, I feel like. Some big old mason jars. Kind of my thought was that they go with the juicer, but I mean, mason jars can be used for literally anything. A folio document organizer. This is a big like envelope that has specific spaces for like, okay, you put your social security card here, you put your passport here, you put your birth certificate here, you put like this important document here. So it's just a good organization, especially because being in our early 20s, I feel like for the longest our important documents were like still at our parents' house, but then there's when you're getting jobs and stuff, all of a sudden it's like, oh, randomly I need my social security card and stuff. So we kind of have to grow up to the point where we can can manage our own important documents. And so this little organizer system I felt like was good. For that same reason is why we have a fireproof safe on there. I feel like every home at some point just like needs a fireproof safe just to have for safekeeping of things. So we put that on there. These cups also in my mind go with the juicer. That's why they're on there. A garlic press we just don't have and seems like it would be useful. These little mushroom lamps are just cute. That's why they're on there. This egg chair, in my head, it's going out on our balcony. Also in my head, not in my head, in reality, its price has changed so drastically for like the 2 weeks we've had it on here. It's been as low as $150 and then right now it's at its most expensive at $329. And so part of me is like, I do not want someone to spend $329 on that. But it would be a really cool chair to have. But you can't see it on the Knot because like when you click on the product, it takes you to the Amazon registry. On our Amazon registry, we have anything over $200 to be a group gift so people can just like contribute towards it without having to buy the whole expensive thing. But honestly, if this price keeps going up, I'm just gonna take it off because that's not worth that to me. We do have our bedding on the registry because right now it's summer. So like honestly, we probably wouldn't use the comforter or duvet if we get it, but I do want one eventually. And so that's why it's on the registry. So I have 2 duvet inserts to make it real fluffy, and later we'll see the actual like duvet cover. The Amazon gift card just gets automatically added to your registry whenever you're registering through Amazon. The Pyrex measuring cup, we had these measuring cups when I was growing up, and so in my head they're just like the gold standard of like liquid measuring cups. The big one can be used as a mixing bowl too. Pyrex is just such a classic, so I'm really excited for that one. Zach's contribution, he put the Lego Dune Atreides Royal Ornithopter on there, and I really hope someone gets it for him. I had it marked as our top choice, but he had me take that away. But someone is gonna get him those Legos. I just know it. I mean, you can even see behind me. This is, oh, I don't remember what this is. I was calling it the Millennium Falcon, and Zach corrected me because that is not the Millennium Falcon, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember what he said it actually is. We have some fancy bamboo bed sheets, which again, like we're doing fine with our current bed sheets, but at some point it'll be nice to upgrade. So it felt like the perfect thing to put on a registry because we don't need it so immediately, but we can upgrade our lives. Bed sheets. This is the duvet cover that I actually like decided on. Just a little gym travel bag for myself. Doesn't really feel super registry, but I was like, you know what? Let's throw it on there. This drink dispenser I actually added with the purpose of it being used at the night before party that we're having for the wedding because I need a drink dispenser probably for that. So that's on there. But also we would use that all the time. Like you can make infused water. You can make like tea in large quantities. You can make so much in a drink dispenser, even just like on your own personal self. This pillow is like a super cool pillow. Like makes you feel cool, cooling pillow. That was another one of Zach's contributions that he wanted. A Christmas tree, I feel like is such a good registry edition because like for the longest, like whoever gets us the Christmas tree for forever, as long as we use this Christmas tree, it's gonna be like, oh, this was from that person. I wish more people put Christmas trees on their registries because I buy every Christmas tree that I see on someone's registry if they have it, because that just, I want to be associated with that in the future. Ornament storage, right now I just have like 2 shoe boxes in there that all of our ornaments are smushed into. This air purifier I can actually vouch for. It is sitting over there in our corner, but it is for smaller spaces, but we already have one, and so that's why we just need like another one for the small space and can put it out there somewhere. But it does well. It does really well. I really like it. We have this electric kettle. So like that's another thing where it's like, yes, I can boil water without it, but upgrade your life a little bit. I can boil water with an electric kettle as well. Herb shears. I didn't even know this existed. I was looking at recommendations for Amazon registries and that came up and I was like, that sounds perfect. 100 cookies, another baking book / coffee table book. It's kind of pretty too. But I figure like that could be so fun because I could like work my way through the 100 cookies, which is exciting. Catan, so that's a good Star Wars Monopoly. And then now we're making our way into the Crate and Barrel stuff. So I'll probably just go through this a little bit quicker. These are just things I picked because, like I said, upgrade your life a little bit, or it's like things that we generally don't have right now. 2 white hand towels, set of 8 bowls. We have a total of 4 bowls right now and none of them match. 2 of them match. I think that's, yeah, 2 of them match, 4 bowls. So just having a set would be nice. I didn't know what these ones' names are. Ramekin, I guess maybe is their name. But that type of like small, like they're like that big. You know, that's on there. Mini measuring beaker set. Just thought that was so fun. Buffet pastry server, cake stand. This modular 6-piece serving set I saw all over TikTok of people being like, you need to put this on your registry. This is incredible. It's like so versatile on how you use it and it looks really cool too. And also it's not that expensive from Crate and Barrel. So all of that good things. This little serving board with some cheese knives that like literally have spots in the board for you to put the knife. Feels so cool. And then 2 bath towels that go with the hand towels that we just looked at, which is like another thing where it's like we do have bath towels that we use right now, but we've had them for years. So some upgrade, it could be due. It could be due. Put a silverware set on there. I feel like that's just, you gotta put a silverware set on your registry. And my current silverwares I got for college, and they're like plastic, like the handle is plastic, they're metal. So upgrade your life a little bit. A citrus juicer, a tray that's like expandable for silverware, which is nice. Ceramic utensil holder. I honestly may put that, I may take that off because we have a bigger drawer right now than I thought we would, and most of our utensils actually fit in the drawer, whereas before they did not. So I might take that off. But it is really pretty, and I could use it for anything if it was gifted to us. Small spatula, added some measuring cups, added some measuring spoons. I just saw the fall decor on Crate and Barrel, which I don't think people will be buying from our registry in the fall because they still definitely have some months, but I was like, let me just add those on there because if I get a ghost cup, perfect. And that's also what I was talking about with I just had like 24 cups at once all of a sudden on my registry. These ones made the cut. They get to stay. Ghost cup, bat cup, LED ghost, smaller LED ghost. We'll skip over the wreath hook. Spider cup, pumpkin cup. I might purchase those off of my own registry, but for now, they are on there. I thought that was incredible. And then I also have the icon. This is the only thing I guess from Anthropology right now. The icon juice glasses, the set of 4. So I have 8 cups on my registry that are decorated and cute. And then we move into our cash funds, which again, like I said, I tried to be creative with so that people could feel like they could know where something's going and feel like they're getting us an experience or something like that, which I mean, any cash gift does, but that way they can like associate it and it like feels more personal and special. So a couple of these things were things that the Knot registry has as experiences that you can add to your registry. And I just felt like instead of going through the third party, it could just be turned into a cash gift, and then we could just like use it to do that thing instead of going through a third party. So helicopter tour of Atlanta, that's one of those things. It was on the Knot registry and I was like, that is so cool. But then I went on the actual website of the helicopter company themselves and it was cheaper than it was listed for on the Knot. So I just did the cash fund for that amount. Maybe we'll be doing a helicopter at some point. NBA tickets, MLB tickets, NFL tickets, and all of those I like added. Like NBA tickets, we'd be going to the Hawks. So I added like State Farm Arena. I added Truist Park for the MLB. I added Mercedes-Benz picture for the NFL tickets, just so it feels more personal, but like that's a super fun way to like gift an experience. Cash fund for our first dance lessons, because we do plan on doing those, which is exciting. They may start pretty soon, but I just thought that could be something fun for people to contribute if they want to. Bridal mani-pedi, facial for the bride, and obviously I put all of these pictures in here, like I said, just so it feels more personal. Dinner for 2 felt like a fun cash gift for people to just like give if they want to. You know, Zach and I love Bantam and Biddy, so we added a Bantam and Biddy brunch cash fund in there as well. And then a couple things have already been bought. A couple of them were by me. I'm not gonna lie. That's what that down there section is. Couple of those things were bought by me. So overall, I hope you enjoyed what's in my registry. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about my wedding programs. I hope you enjoyed this just like overall comprehensive update of how we're doing in the wedding planning. As I mentioned, there will be another wedding planning vlog coming soon where I'll actually be going dress shopping. We'll be doing a catering tasting so that we can finally book that last big vendor, and then also we'll be touring a location for like a welcome party type of event before the wedding. We're doing all of that this upcoming weekend, and so there will be another video coming up that includes all of that in it. But if you have any questions about the wedding planning process, if you're doing this yourself too, if you have any thoughts at all, I always love to hear them. I feel like going through, like doing the wedding things just opens you up to an entirely new topic of conversation that I have been loving so far. I have not been disliking the planning part of things. I've really been liking the planning part of things. Make sure to subscribe before you go. Thank you for letting me spend these minutes with you today, and I'll see you next time.